King of Thailand and his luxurious lifestyle. Born on July 28, 1952, King Maha Vajiralongkorn is the only son of King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Queen Sirikit. King Maha Vajiralongkorn had a typical royal childhood. He started his education at the Chitralada School in Dusit Palace. Afterward, he spent most of his time abroad at schools in the United Kingdom and Australia. When he turned 20 years old, he was proclaimed a crown prince. From then on, he went back to Thailand to serve at the Royal Thai Armed Forces, as well as taking on official visits representing his father the king. He married his own personal bodyguard. 3 days before his coronation, Maha Vajiralongkorn married his longtime partner and personal bodyguard in a surprise ceremony. The wedding was a surprise because the palace had never acknowledged the king's romantic relationship with General Thailand Vajiralongkorn before. Footage of the wedding showed Thailand kneeling and bowing to the king before sitting beside him to sign marriage documents inside the ornate and Pornsithan throne hall in Bangkok. This is his fourth marriage. The eccentric king is also known for his love of dogs. When his pet poodle Fufu died in 2016, he gave him a 4-day-long Buddhist funeral ceremony. He used to dress Fufu up as an Air Chief Marshal and take him to formal events. Vajiralongkorn owns the largest faceted diamond in the world. The Golden Jubilee diamond is part of the crown jewels and is an astonishing 546.67 carat brown diamond, making it the largest faceted diamond in the world. The diamond has an estimated value of $4 million to $12 million. His coronation cost the government $31 million. The long-awaited coronation, which took place in May 2019, was a spectacular event. Maha Vajiralongkorn deemed 3 years as appropriate to allow the people to pay their respects to the late king. Some 1,300 people and elephants paraded near Thailand's Grand Palace for 6.5 hours. Maha Vajiralongkorn also wore a 7.3 kilogram, 16-pound crown topped with an Indian diamond during his coronation. The entire procession reportedly cost the government $31 million. Most of Vajiralongkorn's wealth is held in the Crown Property Bureau. The title holds 16,210 acres of land in Thailand, with 40,000 rental contracts nationwide, including 17,000 in the country's capital, Bangkok. In Bangkok, the Crown Property Bureau owns around 3,281 acres of land, with parts of it being located in prime real estate areas, such as the heart of the business district. According to a 2011 biography on Vajiralongkorn's father, King Bhumibol, a life's work, its property holdings in Thai capital are estimated to be $33 billion. So what is his net worth? King Vajiralongkorn is considered the richest royal in the world, beating out Sultan Hassan al Bolkiah of Brunei, who came in second with a total wealth valued at $28 billion, and King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, who came in third with an estimated net worth of $18 billion. Officially known as King Rama X, he has been listed as the world's richest monarch, with estimates of Vajiralongkorn's personal wealth ranging from $30 billion up to $43 billion. $9 billion of Vajiralongkorn's net worth is in stocks. In 2018, the Crown Property Bureau, the organization that controlled the royal fortune on behalf of the monarchy, announced that assets previously held by Crown Property would be transferred to the king. It's estimated that King Vajiralongkorn has a 23% stake in Siam Commercial Bank, Thailand's second largest lender, and a 33.3% stake in Siam Cement Group, the country's largest industrial conglomerate. These two holdings have an approximate value of $9 billion. Included within the king's new portfolio is over 16,000 acres of land, much of it prime real estate, and over 40,000 rental contracts with developers. King Maha's lifestyle of luxury. King Maha spends most of his time in Germany and has a stunning fleet of 38 aeroplanes and helicopters. His second wife, Queen Sininad, is a trained military pilot. Land for shopping malls. While the Crown Property Bureau's 17,000 Bangkok rental contracts cover everything from government agencies to shophouses, some of the most visible holdings are the land on which some of the best-known shopping malls are built. Siam Paragon Shopping Center, Siam Discovery, and Siam Center, all of which rest on Crown property land, drew in some 200,000 shoppers per day last year. The Crown does not run the malls, but collects an unknown amount of rent from their operator, Siam Piwat, which also opened the $1.7 billion luxury mall, Icon Siam, last year on its own land. His new development deals. Since the king took control of Crown Property Bureau, some $4.7 billion in new developments have been announced on land it owns, based on company announcements. Property developers have stepped up investments on Crown Property real estate in recent years, with the latest in April, when mall operator Central Patana PCL and hotelier Dusit Thani announced the $1.2 billion residential, retail, and office project Dusit Central Park on a 67-year lease on 3.68 hectares. It is expected to be completed in 2024. In 2018, TCC Group and Fraser Property Limited, both controlled by billionaire Cheroan Surivadana Bhakti, announced the $3.5 billion One Bangkok, the mixed-use project on 16.7 hectares with a lease to 2083, is expected to complete its first phase in 2022, according to Fraser Property. What is he doing during the COVID-19 period? Vajiralongkorn has largely been absent from his kingdom since the coronavirus pandemic began. He has been riding out the coronavirus at a luxury hotel in the Bavarian Alps. Vajiralongkorn enjoys special permission to reside at Hotel Sonnenbickel in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. According to local authorities, the hotel is not open for normal accommodation. The king and his entourage have special permission because they are a single, homogeneous group of people with no fluctuation. The king is not living alone in isolation. His entourage of 100 includes a harem of at least 20 women. At the end of March, German media reported the king was jet-setting around Germany in a private Boeing 737, visiting Hanover, Leipzig, and Dresden.